Start stream.
Welcome to the live stream. Should I start the audio yet?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you gotta give me permission
Oh shit.
in the security or settings or whatever. Okay.
My bad.
No worries. Let me know when it's good, brother.
I think you should be good.
Oh, hosting now. All right. 3, 2, 1. Welcome to another week of the Rap Drugs Pod.
Gotta
Oh,
hold it
yeah.
still, Jay.
DMX would not approve of holding it still.
Some low production quality.
Oh, yeah. This is when rap music was at the top of the game.
I mean us, not DMX, Jay.
Oh, yeah. Very low. If you haven't watched before. This is no Joe Rogan experience. They're not all polished and CIA produced.
Yeah.
Straight bars. Fuck these kids. Rock, then we gonna roll, then we did stop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to you, we gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, we gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, we gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you, we gon' give it to you. Oh yeah, oh yeah. We'll let you finish your song on the own time just for I don't know. We're demonetized, so they can't really take anything away from us. But you never know about them goddamn record labels. I don't think Mr. Earl Simmons was independent, but he might have been. He might have been an OG of being independent.
I thought he was with like Snoop Dogg and Eminem's label. At least before. Back in the day.
Maybe.
What's that called? With what's his name? Dre.
Dr. Dre?
Yeah,
Shady Aftermath? No, he was actually on Def Jam, Rough Riders, Columbia, Bloodline, Hypnotic, Cleopatra. So Rough Riders was like, I'm pretty sure he was one of the big names out of the Rough Riders.
Okay.
But yeah, it was founded by the uncles and aunt of producer Swiss Beats and operated as a subsidiary of Universal. But yeah, DMX was like one of the biggest names on it, but there was also obviously Swiss Beats and then Eve and the Locks, if you remember any of those.
I don't know any of those guys.
Folks.
DMX, the only one I had heard of.
True. Well, yeah, they helped DMX found his own label.
I know Rough Riders, though. Rough
True.
Riders.
Yeah. Yeah, they helped DMX found his own label underneath a Bloodline record.
Okay.
That was all his. But yeah, not just was he a sick rapper from like early 90s to he released his debut album 98, Stark and Hell is Hot, to both critical acclaim and commercial success. Commercial success at the time was selling 250,000 copies in the first week before this whole streaming platform crap.
Yeah, back when you had to sell shit.
Yeah. Back when there was money to be made and real hustlers made music like DMX.
Yeah, you got started by fucking selling mixtapes on the street.
I was getting some mad feedback there.
You want a crack or my latest
My bad.
mixtape?
Yeah, can hear you now, brother.
Couldn't hear
But
me
yeah,
before.
no, not since we said back when people bought albums.
I was
But
just
yeah,
saying, when you got your start, you were selling mixtapes on the street.
yeah,
You'd just be
exactly.
like, "You want crack or my latest mixtape?"
Yeah, if you buy a crack rock, you get my mixtape with it.
My
What if I
mixtape
just
for
want
free.
what if I just want the crack rock? Yeah, that's still going to cost you an extra $5 today. uh, but yeah, DMX released his best-selling album in 1999, just a year later, and then there was X, which included the hit "Party Up, Up in Here," which everyone knows that one. Woo! Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here.
Yeah, classic.
So like, yeah, of course, collecting royalties for life off that jam. And then there's another one, where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at.
Yeah.
That was just 2003 single. Same with X Gon' Give It To You. I don't even know if he came out with an album with that shit. But he was the first artist to debut at an album at #1 5 times in a row on the Billboard 200 charts.
Nice.
So he's an OG of rap. And then he was featured because he was like, fuck the rap game, I've conquered it. He was in Belly, Romeo Must Die, Exit Wounds, Cradle to the Grave, and Last Hour. And when he was filming Exit Wounds, which I'm pretty sure was like one of the, like Cradle to the Grave, I know for sure he was like ripping ATVs through city, like driving off rooftops and shit in Hamilton or something. But Exit Wounds, I think, was a similar type of movie. And he hooked up with like Sum 41, a Canadian band in Ajax, and was like cameoed in their video, which was just like a high school party, and he like just drove his ATV through the party. But yeah, in 2006 he starred in a reality television series, DMX Soul of a Man, which was on BET. And in 2003, or before that, he published a book of his memoirs entitled EAR or RL, the autobiography of DMX.
Nice.
But yeah, but he's such a mysterious dude. Like at least on Wikipedia, it says he was born 1970, December 18, but various accounts give his birthplace as either Baltimore, Maryland or Mount Vernon, New York.
Don't
So
really know.
yeah, exactly. And he was the son of 19-year-old Arnett Simmons, 18-year-old Joe Barker. So born to like teenage parents.
Well, he just seems like the kind of guy that moves around every year or so. If
That's
that,
true too.
like he just is like this vagrant. Like he spent a lot of time too sleeping in like what's it called clothing bins and shit. When he was
Yeah.
a kid.
Yeah, definitely. He bounced
Stealing
around a
purses and
lot.
pit bulls.
Yeah, whatever he could.
Yeah.
Not that, and that's the known about stuff that he stole.
Yeah.
but yeah, he wasn't even the oldest child to that 19 and 18-year-old. He was his mom's second child.
Yeah.
And then his father was an artist who painted watercolor paintings of street scenes to sell at local fairs.
Nice. Super cool.
So, yeah, and he moved to Philadelphia and was absent from DMX's life.
Not cool. Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, but as a child, just like you, Todd, he suffered from asthma, but his was like very bad. bronchial asthma, and he had to go to the emergency room like regularly due to
Yeah,
him being unable to breathe.
true.
But he was also
Not
a
very good.
witness.
A witness to what?
Jehovah,
Oh yeah.
Jehovah's Witness.
Nice,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. But became disillusioned with the faith after an incident where he was hit by a drunk driver while crossing the street.
Was the drunk driver a Jehovah's Witness?
Uh, no, I think he just didn't give a fuck about, didn't trust God anymore, you know?
Well, he's still
Because
a
he
devout
it
Christian,
broke
I
the
think.
it broke the
One
fifth
second.
wall. Oh yeah, he for sure. You'll come back. I'll tell the folks about this a little bit. But yeah, a month later, after this whole drunk driver incident, an insurance rep went to his house to try and reach an agreement to prevent his family from suing. Simmons claims he was told that his family could have been awarded a settlement of $10,000 and possibly even more for injuries he sustained, that his mother rejected the settlement as she claimed Jehovah's Witnesses are taught to be self-sufficient,
Yeah.
although the group's official doctrine at the time did not prohibit suing or receiving settlements.
Well,
So
that
his
that's ignorant thing to say. Like, depends on the person. Not all Jehovah's do the
yeah, it
exact
wasn't
same
like
thing. It's a pretty
exactly.
diverse religion.
She was just devout follower of whoever her
Yeah.
leader was, Kingdom Hall, whoever ran her Kingdom
Or
Hall.
that was just how she
But
felt it was interpreted or whatever. Like fucking
yeah, but obviously at that time he either needed the money for medical bills or knew he lived a shitty life or both.
Yeah, I didn't
And
hear
so
the
he
whole
was like,
thing. I was
fuck
gone
this
for a
thing.
second there.
Basically his family could have got $10,000 if they settled. So
They
they could have
settled,
got more if they sued.
but they
No,
went to
his mom
court.
said no. His mom said, fuck that. We're self sufficient because we're Jehovah's
They didn't
Witnesses.
even go to court.
Nope. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever.
But yeah. But yeah, he was beaten by his mother and her various boyfriends so badly that he lost teeth, sustained numerous bruises on his cuts and
Well,
faces.
that's not cool.
Yeah, not at all. And due to poverty, he slept on the floor with roaches and mice crawling on him over the night. When he was 5 years old, his family made it into public housing in Yonkers. Supposedly, when he was 6 years old, his mother knocked out two of his teeth with a broom after he innocently erased something in her notebook.
Hmm.
At school, he threw chairs, teachers, stabbed a kid in the face with a pencil. And when he was 7, an aunt got him drunk on vodka, and he was jailed for stealing cakes from a market later that year. And then he even had like a Harry Potter summer. One summer, his mother locked him in his bedroom, allowing him to only exit for trips to the bathroom.
Yeah.
At the end of the 5th grade, at age 10, Simmons was expelled from school and sent to Julia Dykeman Andrus's children's home for 18 months. In what he described as a defining moment of betrayal, his mother tricked him by telling him they were just visiting the home. Then she enrolled him there. A few months later, he was arrested for arson in an attempt to burn the school down. Conspirator.
Damn.
So yeah, fucking OG.
Accidentally or was it going wrong? Was he gonna tell?
Yeah, he was probably gonna snitch. So, what's that? Attempted murder gone wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he was 14, he began living on the streets of Yonkers to escape his mom's abuse. Like you said, sleeping in Salvation Army clothing bins and befriending stray dogs. And then shortly after he began doing this, his mother once again sent him to a group home. But he bonded with other students from New York there over the love of hip hop music. And after performing for his friends, they encouraged him to continue writing music at the behest of his teacher. You know how teachers be, fucking telling you to fucking be a slave to the man and get an education and
Yeah.
get a real job and all that fake shit because they don't know how to get money and bitches. Teachers be fucking their students, like, or married or some dumb shit like that, some loser ass bitch shit. But yeah, when he returned home, he met Reddy Ron, a local rapper who was impressed with his beatboxing skills and asked him to become his partner. At that time,
Sexual
Simmons,
partner?
possibly, I think
Oh.
business partner, but probably also sexual.
Okay.
But yeah, Simons then chose the name DMX, which came from an instrument he had used at the boys' home, the Oberheim DMX drum machine, and he later interpreted it as Darkman X.
Okay.
As a freshman at Yonkers, DMX was the second fastest on the track and field varsity team. However, he had bad grades and a sparse attendance record. He turned to robbery as a way to get out of poverty. His first was a purse snatch theft in Yonkers that netted him 1,000, which he used to buy a new leather dog collar and dog harness for his dog. So people want to say he was cruel to animals all they want. He just grew up that way. He didn't know fucking how to take care of another living being,
Yeah.
but he was willing to snatch purses and rob and steal to give his dog a better life. If that's not Les Miserables for the like 20th century, I don't know what is. Do you know that story, Todd?
I don't know what Les Miserables is.
It's like a French kind of, obviously it's a French play where like the guy is in poverty and steals bread to feed his family. So like,
And then what happens?
just all this like back and forth trials and tribulations thing.
And then what?
I don't remember the whole goddamn play, but it's just like that, He was snatching purses to get his dog a brand new leather collar and a dog harness, and then a pair of Timberlands for himself, obviously, because you got to walk the dog.
You got to get the Tims.
Yeah, if you want to fit in, you got to dead ass get the Tims.
What are you supposed to do if you're in a fucking fight and you need to boot someone in the face?
Yeah, exactly. Barefoot, like what is this, UFC? But you had to walk his fucking dog. You needed some Tims.
Yeah, of course.
But by the end of the year, he attended school just to rob people and was robbing 3 people per day. Sounds just like a bully. Like that doesn't sound like they're kind of exaggerating that.
I feel like they make him out to be this bigger criminal than he is. Life.
He then turned to carjacking. Of course, this Jeff Weiss guy is probably doing propaganda for GQ. Or maybe he was telling the stories.
Yeah, he tries to make himself look hard. It's not actually that hard.
Yeah. After serving time in prison for stealing a dog.
I'd steal 3 kids' lunch money every day.
Yeah. But yeah, there must be real records. Like he served time in prison for stealing a dog. And he began writing his own.
I'm joking.
Yeah. That lunch stuff though, how can you prove 3 people a day? Come on. That's a bit much. Like you'd think the cops would come eventually after like a couple days.
Yeah.
But yeah, first he went to prison for stealing a dog. Then he began writing his own lyrics and performing at the local rec center. And then in 1988, while in prison for carjacking, he began dedicating almost all his free time to writing lyrics and meeting and rapping with K Solo.
Who's that?
Just another guy in the streets.
Dumb name.
But when he was released from jail that summer, he began producing and selling his own mixtape where he rapped over instrumentals from other songs.
So he stole people's music?
No, that was like the OG thing. Like that was what got Lil Wayne big. He was doing it 15 years beforehand.
Steal people's music and then you make your own words for it?
Stealing people's beats and making
worse.
better words for it. Improving. He was improving upon. You know how like Elon Musk is creating Neuralink to make like monkeys better at monkeying?
Okay.
Humans better at humaning? That's basically what he did. He was like, this song's fucking gay.
He plugged right into this song and he made it better.
Yeah, or
you
like
think Elon Musk is making Neuralink so that he can teach monkeys to be smarter?
Well, he did. A monkey was playing like video games the other day.
Yeah, well, he's just
with its Neuralink
testing it. Wait, we gotta see this.
Yeah, soon. That'll come up later.
What do you mean?
You gotta respect DMX. We'll get back to the monkey playing video games. But yeah,
what was he playing?
Pong.
Was he good at it?
nothing that crazy. I don't know. I haven't even read the article. I was saving it for the pod. But yeah, in '91, the Source magazine praised DMX in its unsigned hype column that highlighted unsigned hip hop artists. In '92, Columbia Records signed DMX to his subsidiary label, Rough House Records, which released his debut single, Born Loser. He released his second single, Make a Move, in '94, and he made a guest appearance alongside Jay-Z, Ja Rule, and Mike Geronimo on the classic underground track Time to Build on Mike Geronimo's debut 1995 album. Then '96, he signed to Def Jam. And this is the guy who was supposed to be a priest, Mace. He made guest appearance on Mace's single 24 Hours to Live, Take What's Yours, the Lox's single Money, Power, Respect, LL Cool J single 4321, So created a really strong buzz for himself doing the early features.
How did he do that?
Uh, he just was featuring because he signed to Def Jam, and all these people were like, so the record label would like get you on other songs to hype you up early days and get you paid too.
It was cool.
Yeah, but yeah, his debut major label single "Get at Me, Dog" received gold certification, and then his first major label, which is crazy because singles like, imagine going to an album like to a CD shop, if you guys could even imagine, if you're old enough, and just buying a single, like a track with 2 or 3 songs on it, maybe even just one. Like he sold 10,000 plus of those before there was a fucking iTunes or anything, which is crazy.
He's pretty unreal.
But then his first major label album, It's Dark and Hell is Hot, included the single Rough Riders Anthem, which is like one of his most known best songs. And the album debuted at #1 on Billboard 2000 and sold over 5 million copies. So go out, buy a DMX album. Let's get that motherfucker to diamond, man.
Yeah.
But go buy It's Dark and Hell is Hot. In December 98, DMX released his second album, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, which also debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 and also went multi-platinum. His third and best-selling album, And Then There Was X, on December 21, 99. It also debuted on the Billboard 200 and obviously was also multi-platinum as well. But it had the most popular single, Party Up in Here, which became his first top 10 hit on the R&B charts, nominated for a Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance. But we all know the Grammys fucking suck and picked some other song that was probably shittier. The album was certified 6 times platinum. It was nominated for Best Rap Album as well at 2001 Grammy Awards. And then, like I was saying before, in 2000, DMX also made a cameo in the Sum 41 music video for It Makes No Difference. After improving his legal situation, DMX returned to the studio to complete his 4th album, The Great Depression, which debuted at #1 on Billboard 200 singles, and had the song Who We Be. They don't know. Dun-dun, 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 who we be. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Jason, you're so
The dogs hate.
Don't ever
My dogs are barking in the back too. They hate it.
Yeah, that hurt my ears, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That album even went multi-platinum, triple platinum. And then his 5th album, Grand Champ, released September 2003, once again debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 charts, placing DMX as the only musical artist in history to release 5 consecutive albums. His entire album catalog at the time, #1. The single released off the album include Where the Hood, Where the Hood, Where the Hood at, and another song, Get It on the Floor.
Get it
After
on
its
the floor.
After its release, he informed that he planned to retire and that Grand Champ was his final album. But then he signed to Columbia Records, and 2006, like a year late, 3 years later, released Year of the Dog again, while switching record labels, which caused numerous delays. And he also had the Lord, give me a sign, let me know what's on your mind. And we in here. And then 2008 compilation of The Definition of X, The Pick of the Litter, which included the hit singles Where the Hood At, X Gon' Give It To You. In 2009, this is actually what I was thinking. In 2009, DMX claimed he would pursue preaching in Jersey City, New Jersey, as well as continued to produce music. So like he was like Kanye before Kanye. He completed a gospel album prior to his incarceration. According to MTV, he had semi-retired to study the Bible more in an effort to give messages behind the pulpit.
What's a pulpit?
So like, like a preacher stand. Podium for preachers.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But isn't that fucking crazy? Like Kanye West is just stealing fucking DMX's style 10 years later.
Yeah.
And he's not even hard. He like grew up to rich parents in Chicago. So like get with it.
That's fucking life, man.
He's just trying to scam.
That's called progress, man.
I guess
That's
so.
black people coming up, isn't it?
Facts. Yeah, no, you're right, Tom. I don't know.
They
It is.
started off coming out of the ghettos, and now they're coming out from wealthy families.
Yeah,
Not,
true.
and you're still hating on them, Jason.
There's still.
You're still
Well, I
holding it
think.
back. You're like, why aren't they coming out from ghettos anymore?
Yeah. Well, I just
What's
think
that all
Kanye West
about?
is lame as hell. Kanye West is like Joel Osteen, like, you know?
Yeah, I'm not a
Like,
Kanye
he's
fan.
like, how can I get rich? I know. All these dumb fucking people that follow religion, I'll make some music for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I can't make any good music anymore.
Yeah, I've never been into Kanye.
Have
I've
to-
known some people super into Kanye.
Yeah.
Just like way too into Kanye. Like
Yeah.
talk
He
about
was good.
talk about it like it's unreal. I was never
Yeah.
like hardcore into him. There was that one song, the Paris song.
Yeah.
People in Paris.
Yeah. Ninjas in Paris, I thought it was.
Yeah, he was
Maybe I have a hearing problem, though. Maybe I heard that song wrong.
yeah.
But yeah, he produced a lot of good Jay-Z albums before he even came out. But then his first single was sick. The radio, you know, but come on. I'm telling you, whoa. But yeah, Kanye
even
West
know
was
that
on
song.
top of the game for the first few years. But yeah, this ain't about no Kanye. He's just a swagger jacker.
Yeah, he's jacking this fucking DMX's eulogy. DMX's rap jog eulogy. Rap drugs eulogies. Should we start
Yeah.
a series called Rap Dog Eulogies? We'll just do it.
Maybe. I mean, this is just if you guys watch the pod, you've seen number 50 Cent episode. So like
yeah.
these will just come out as they come out. And yeah, maybe we'll have to put rap drugs eulogies on but not all rappers deserve to get talked about just because they passed away.
Not even just rappers, just people that die.
Prince Philip, we'll do
Yeah.
later in the up we're doing Prince Philip.
Is he dead?
Yeah, he died too.
Who's that? Which one is he?
He's the old 99-year-old one. He's the racist one.
The racist one?
Yeah, he was asking Meghan Markle if her baby's going to be too black. And also, like, basically controlled, like, was in power a prince while there was Indian people, like, under the Commonwealth.
Well, what's
Like,
he
people
supposed to
forget.
do about it, man? Like, the whole
I don't
point
know,
of their
like,
government
not-
is
Like,
that he
not.
doesn't have any power anymore, isn't it? Wasn't
I
that
thought
up
the
to
whole point of
Congress
the
and shit?
government was so that it looked like they didn't have any power.
I don't think they do
was to
anything,
keep-
man.
It was to
I'm pretty
separate
sure
the
they-
people from the monarchy,
Yeah.
so they
Now
can
look-
protect their millions.
So now it's
And
like
not
run
be
by
sued by
nobles
people.
instead of the monarchy. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, now it's run by Boris Johnson.
I'm pretty sure they just collect money off the royal family brand now. They
True.
collect like land taxes and they sell merch.
Yeah, exactly. They probably still get a fat stipend from the government.
But
yeah, they sell mad merch, man.
I don't know if there's anything he really could have done about that shit other than ask them not to. But he's probably
He
down.
could
for
have
that.
at least asked
He's
them
probably
not to.
he's probably down for it. He's like, what the fuck? Why do we have to give up India?
Yeah, true. Maybe. He's like, yeah. He definitely was like that. But yeah, DMX, anyways. He signed February 12th 2-album deal with 7 Art Pictures.
Yeah.
The album Undisputed eventually came out in 2012, which featured production from Swiss Beats, you know, Rough Riders, and
Rough
J.R.
as fuck.
wrote him with a guest appearance by MGK. So he put MGK on in the early days.
Put him on, eh?
Yeah. And then his 8th studio album, which he collaborated with Swiss Beats and Dame Grease. But in December, after regaining a passport, he embarked a world tour performances Bulgaria and Kosovo. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Kosovo?
But
it's right next to
yeah.
Albania and Serbia.
Oh,
and
sick.
Greece.
Man, Eastern
It's like the
Europeans
newer-
are gangster as fuck.
It's like the newest country in the world, I think, or one of the newest ones. Broke off
Interesting.
from either Serbia or Albania, and it's got a bunch of both of them. I know a guy, or I know my girlfriend worked with a guy from Kosovo. But he would just
Interesting.
tell everyone he was from Albania because no one knows what Kosovo is.
Ah, I see. Because it's in
think-
such a new country, eh?
Yeah, believe it's Kosovo. Maybe I'm fucking it up. No,
You're probably
I'm
right.
I think I'm right.
Yeah.
It's not even
But-
like new though. It's just it's disappeared a few times. Now it's back.
True. It's motherfucking back. It's like Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like Jesus. The countries. If Jesus was a country, he'd be Kosovo.
you
Listen to the Good Friday experiment last week.
Yugoslavia is still breaking up. Yugoslavia.
They gotta break that shit up. I can't. Russia even like. There's so many sub territories that are basically their own countries, like Dagestan and Chechnya and stuff.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty crazy how they've held on to their imperialistness for the longest because they didn't sail across the world. They literally just kept going right next door.
Also the Chinese though, like they have Turkish states under control, and like technically they can still
same with the Chinese. Yeah.
Back like Pakistan and Hong Kong, they've taken back like Taiwan. Like you said, they don't spread too far out. And just harass people on their borders.
Yeah, they stay on the same land.
Yeah, smart. But yeah, that's one thing is like China and Russia know not to fuck with each other. DMX would probably fuck them both up though.
Yeah.
In 2015, he released Redemption of the Beast.
Who?
DMX.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about.
The following week, however, his close personal friend and reoccurring collaborator Swiss Beats and DMX management confirmed this was false. So, but they ended up releasing Redemption of the Beast without acquiring a legal artist contract. And on January 15, DMX's brother manager Montana said that DMX is no longer signed to Seven Arts Music and that we would be taking legal action against Seven Arts Music for the unauthorized release of Redemption of the Beast.
Nice.
But longtime collaborator Swiss Beats stated that two of the collaborators on the album would be Kanye West and Dr. Dre. And then his 2003 song X Gon' Give It To You was featured in 2016 film Deadpool and its trailers. That was sick. Deadpool was a pretty sick
What year
movie.
was that?
2016, 5 years ago.
That's when that song came out?
No, that's when Deadpool came out.
Oh,
Used
yeah.
his song X Gon' Give It To You.
Oh, I was going to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure that song's way older than that.
Oh, yeah. It came out in like way early times.
Yeah.
But yeah, even though DMX started out Jehovah's Witness, like we were saying, he was a Christian and stated that he read the Bible every day. Well, in jail, he stated he had a purpose for being there. I came here to meet somebody. Don't know who it was, but I'll know when I see him.
Does he have a problem reading or something?
Like,
why is he reading it every day? Like, hasn't he read the book yet, or what? What the fuck?
Yeah, well, probably. He fucking.
How long does it
Didn't
take
you hear
to
all the
read
stories
one
about
book,
him like just robbing people when he was in school instead of doing school and like beating people up and getting expelled? Like,
I guess.
Obviously, he could barely read, and the
if
Bible's
he
like a bunch of
finished it.
gobbledygook, like translated from Latin. Like, so yeah. Hopefully, he finished it. Maybe not though. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Hopefully, God and Jesus are reading the Bible to him as like well, he's up in heaven now, if there is a heaven.
Yeah.
He went to heaven because he believes in heaven.
Yeah, that's how it works, man. Whatever you believe, it's what that is. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be reincarnated and you believe it enough, that's what's happening to you.
Yeah. I'm coming back as a dragon. Dragons are going to exist because when I die, I'm going to come back as one.
Sick.
That's facts. That's real facts.
I want to be like, I want to get buried on a mountain so like my spirit can become the mountain, you know?
Yeah.
Like I kind of like the Native American religions. But I'm also pretty Buddhist where like God is within. So like maybe I'll just end up being like dirt and like food for other beings and life forms.
Oh yeah.
Grass fertilizer.
Makes sense.
One of those two things. Depends what I believe more when I die. Like we were saying. But DMX was actually a traditional deacon in the Christian church and aspired to become an ordained pastor.
What's a deacon?
A deacon is a member of the diaconate, an office in the Christian churches that is generally associated with service of some kind. So that's why he was always like out at 4 a.m. mopping up the Waffle House after like doing a fat crack toey.
Are the deacons like the boys that like the priests like to hang out with?
Yeah, stuff like that. Exactly.
Yeah.
Deacons be like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, in 2016, he gave a sermon at a church in Phoenix, Arizona. In April 2020, he held an online Bible study and asked people to accept Jesus as their Lord and Savior.
Did they say yes?
So, of course. If they said no, he was going to rob them.
Yeah. X gonna give it to you. How do you say no to DMX, man?
Yeah. You're high? or even then, you probably
robbed
can't
you?
say no because he's asking you if you want more drugs. But
He's
guess how
asking you to give him his
DMX
wallet or
had.
smoke this crack pipe.
Yeah. Guess how many? Yeah, and he probably had a gun out too.
Yeah.
Guess how many children DMX had though?
14.
Oh, you were down by one. 15
Oh,
from 9 different women.
god damn it.
So he married his childhood
I
friend
think that's made
Tashira.
up.
They were married for 11 years and had 4 children.
I don't think anyone, even DMX, knows how many kids he has.
I don't know. After his first 3 incarcerations, yeah, that's like a low estimate.
Yeah.
That's the amount that have passed a paternity test, so he's had to pay child support to them. But yeah, after they separated and remained friends, Simmons accused DMX of missing his $10,000 month child support payment in 2016. So like, imagine that he's paying $10,000 a month for just 4 of the kids. I wonder how much
No
he's
wonder
paying.
he's still robbing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, exactly. Like, she's getting all the royal motherfucking teas.
He's got a rap and he isn't even getting any money.
Yeah, so true. But I guess he had a lot of affairs, some of which produced children. Monique Wayne, a Maryland resident, fought over her claim that he was the father of her son born in 2004. Repeatedly sued.
So other
sued him
guys
for
are blaming him for
defamation
their
and child
kids?
support. Yeah, but genetic testing proved that indeed DMX is the father.
Oh,
Probably on
shit.
Maury or something. I don't know why else they would have worded it that way.
Turns out I'm not actually your dad. DMX is your real dad.
Yeah, so of course.
How
DMX, you are the father.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess January 2008, he was ordered to pay 1.5 million to Wayne, but then a judge vacated the judgment in May 2008.
Yeah.
He also fathered a child in 2008 and fathered 2 children with his ex-girlfriend Yadia Borrego. 2009, his daughter Sonava Jr. was born. 2011, his daughter Aaliyah was born. His 15th child, Exodus Simmons, was born to his fiancee Desiree Lindstrom in August 2016. In finances and bankruptcies, DMX earned 2.3 million from his songs between 2010 and 2015. DMX filed for bankruptcy 3 times. His first filing was July 2013, citing his child support obligations. The filing was challenged by U.S. trustee program and dismissed by the U.S. Bankruptcy Court in Manhattan, November 2013. And guess who else stole his swag? 50 Cent with the Ja Rule feud. During the 90s, DMX formed a close bond with fellow up-and-coming rappers Jay-Z and Ja Rule. The 3 collaborated many times and formed a group known as Murder Inc. But the group was short-lived due to internal issues between DMX and Jay-Z. And after the breakup of Murder Inc., DMX disparaged Ja Rule in interviews, accusing him of being a copycat, drawing comparisons between himself and what he saw as Ja's signature gruff style of delivery.
Nobody likes
and everyone on Twitter agrees with that now too. They're like, Ja Rule is such a bitch, DMX copier. And I guess like people would boo the shit out of Ja Rule because of that too. Like people were all on DMX's side back on. So that's why 50 Cent hopped on that. It was an easy target.
Everyone fucking was beefing with Ja.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, shout out to 50 Cent for backing DMX. DMX released a diss track, They Want War, on a 2002 DJ K-Slay mixtape. Ja Rule never directly responded, probably because he was scared.
Yeah.
As time passed and the feud faded, DMX said he wanted to officially bring it to an end when he was released from prison in 2005. Gotti came... No. I mean, maybe. But yeah, this is what he said. Gotti came to me in jail and said, I want to make peace with you and him. I was like, all right, Gotti, let's do it. Despite this, DMX and Ja Rule did not officially end their feud until 2009 at VH1's Hip Hop Honors. But yeah, DMX was in jail 30 times.
Nice.
Like, for all kinds of shit. robbery, assault, carjacking, animal cruelty, reckless driving, driving under the influence, unlicensed driving, drug possession, probation violation, failure to pay child support, pretending to be a federal agent, and tax evasion. So, also weapons possession charges.
Yeah, he just fucked around a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, this is the thing it says. In 99, he had an animal cruelty charge after a dozen pit bulls were found at his home.
Yeah.
The charge was dismissed, though, after the performer agreed to accept responsibility and record public service announcements for an animal rights group.
Yeah, but he also that exact same story also happened like 10 times.
Yeah, but once he heard it, he knew what his error in his ways. He did not be cruel to animals anymore and actually spoke out against it.
No, that's what I'm saying, though, Jay. He did repeatedly. Like, he got charged in 1999, and then, like, 2004, and then, like, 2007,
do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs, kid. They're bad.
Yeah.
But
I feel like it's just the classic case of, like, I don't know, if you've ever hung out with some, like, drug addicts, you'd probably get it. Like, it's just like he's got too much time on his hands suddenly, and he's smoking crack, and he's up all night, and then he's like fine. Yeah. He said he was like adopting all these street dogs from the streets. He would like set up little
even
street
as a
shelters.
child.
And then he's like trying to fucking take care of all these dogs, but then he's going on tour, and he's like, well, again, I'll get my crackhead friends to take care of the dogs. Then they're not actually taking care of him, and he comes home, and the place has been raided, and now he's fucking.
Oh yeah. It was just a scam to get him to do public service announcements. Like 2000,
he also had to pay a whole bunch of fines and shit, and like had to pay to like different charities and stuff.
Well, the U.S. isn't taxing corporations, so they have to collect money somewhere.
It really just seems to me like they would go after him for the animal stuff because there was like, it was easier to get the warrant.
Yeah.
And then you hit him with the drug and gun charges.
That's so funny. I mean, not that funny, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
But they also were getting them for like marijuana charges way back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Like
2000,
he served 15 days.
Evil criminal.
Yeah, exactly. A menace to society with his marijuana.
Yeah.
2001, driving without a license and possession of marijuana. He was charged with assault for throwing objects at prison guards after his appeal to reduce the sentence was denied. Then 2002, again, like you said, he pled guilty to 13 counts of animal cruelty, 2 counts of maintaining a nuisance, 1 count of disorderly conduct, and possession of drug paraphernalia. But he plea bargained down to fines, probation, and community service, again starring in public service announcements about the dangers of guns and animals. And then at JFK Airport on charges of cocaine possession, criminal impersonation, criminal possession of a weapon, criminal mischief, menacing, drugs, driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol while claiming to be a federal agent attempting to carjack a vehicle. So that was crazy, but cool.
Yeah, that so DMX awesome. I've always wanted to run up to someone and be like, "I'm FBI, let me take your car."
I need this. Just flip open your wallet.
Yeah.
I need to commandeer this vehicle. I'm FBI. I'm CIA.
CIA undercover.
Yeah.
Undercover. I have
CIA. Yeah. Exactly. Get out of the vehicle. I'm CIA. Don't make me kill your family by calling the right people.
Yeah.
I would just get on a cell phone and be like, hello? Yes, take them out. Do you have the target locked on?
Yeah. Give me your wallet. I'm sending a drone to your house.
Yeah. Yeah, the license plate is. Now I'm thinking.
Yeah,
then they'd be like, "Oh fuck!" Yeah. Then they'll really believe it. See, he didn't do the license plate thing. That's what, because he was too high. That's why he got busted. But yeah, 2007, home was raided on reports of animal cruelty. 2008, arrested on drug and animal cruelty charges after attempting to barricade himself inside his Cave Creek home. He eventually pleaded guilty. There was August 2007 drug raid, as well as May 2008 arrest. Damn. I don't see any other animal cruelty charges later, though. So
after 2008, he gets his shit together. And
Yeah,
then it
he's just
seems
driving
like,
like a maniac after that.
yeah, by
Like just like a normal
2015,
person.
yeah. I don't know though.
Why?
Maybe
He would have got away with all the driving stuff.
he might even just, I don't know, become a better criminal though. He was still robbing people into like 2015 though, and
Yeah.
then, and then I don't know. Maybe he just got really good though. He was like, "Fuck it, I gotta stop getting caught," because he's still doing
Yeah.
drugs, but never gets caught with drug charges again. But
Well, yeah, from like
maybe,
2008 to 2015, he did
yeah,
well driving. Like
yeah,
but he never had his license either.
true,
So like he was just a boss without a license trying to
yeah.
live.
But then, he learned how to do tax evasion and was able to bribe all the right people. So he was good
Yeah,
after that.
exactly. First he tried to rob a couple people, and then he failed to pay child support, and then he did the tax evasion. But yeah, he wasn't bankrupt. Okay, IRS, U.S. Treasury Department. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, sure.
Sorry, I'm not Walmart.
Yeah, but yeah, this is some. DMX was originally free pending sentence, but was remained remanded to jail after leaving a drug treatment program ordered by the court and relapsing with cocaine and oxycodone.
Yeah.
Which
Sounds like a
can
good
you
night.
blame the guy?
Yeah.
Like he was beat as a child and put through all this bullshit by the government
Yeah.
and given all this money for being the fucking a gift to the earth as a rapper. Like
Yeah.
it
And
must be hard to live.
none of that happened to me, and I love oxycodone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't even take it, but I do love it.
I wouldn't.
But yeah, he was nominated for a lot of awards. MTV Music Awards also fucking fucked up and didn't give him an award either.
Oh yeah.
But he in 2000, the American Music Awards named him favorite rap/hip hop artist, which definitely deserved because he came out with that "Party Up in Here" video and the year before Rough Riders anthem.
Yeah. Fucking amazing song.
Oh yeah, but yeah, getting to the health issues and the death. I'm sure you all are aware of what happened. But Simmons said he became addicted to crack cocaine when he was 14 years old after Reddy Ron tricked him into smoking a marijuana cigarette laced with drug while he was counting money after a night of robbing people. He also said he had bipolar disorder. DMX entered drug rehab several times, including 02, 2017, and 2019 when he canceled concerts. February 10, 2016, Simmons was found unresponsive in a Ramada Inn parking lot in Yonkers. He was resuscitated by first responders and intravenously given Narcan, opioid reversal drug if you don't know. He responded quickly to the Narcan and his consciousness came back. Simmons was subsequently rushed to the hospital. A witness said he ingested some type of substance before collapsing, but the police found no illegal substances on the property, so he ate them all.
Yeah, that's why he died.
Other people he was
He
with
saved. He saved everyone from criminal charges.
Yeah, but DMX said it was from an asthma attack.
Oh.
But the Narcan brought him back. So either way, thank you, first responder, for using Narcan to save Buddy's life. But yeah, unfortunately, April 2nd, 2021, at approximately 11 p.m., Simmons was rushed to White Plains Hospital, where he was reported to be in critical condition following a heart attack at his home, possibly resulting from drug overdose. The next day, his attorney, Murray Richmond, confirmed Simmons was on life support. That same night, Simmons suffered cerebral hypoxia, oxygen deprivation to his brain, as paramedics attempted to resuscitate him for 30 minutes. Simmons' former manager, Nakia Walker, said he was in a vegetative state with lung and brain failure and no current brain activity. His manager, Steve Rifkin, stated Simmons was comatose and that he was set to undergo tests to determine his brain's functionality, and his family will determine what's best from there. On April 9, 2021, Simmons was pronounced dead at age 50. Rest in peace to a true soldier of God. But yeah, I can't believe the career he had. Like after the childhood he had. Like
wildlife.
I don't think any rappers today would ever be able to make it through the childhood he had, or would even become rappers, because like no one has a life story like that. Like Even these
Yeah.
Atlanta rappers, none of them are that hard. None of them.
Yeah, man.
But
Well,
yeah,
he's
rest
just
in
so
peace to
smart,
Dark
man.
Man.
He was just a
Yeah,
smart guy.
way too
You know,
smart. Way too
that's the
smart.
thing.
No matter. Yeah, exactly. He like obviously it was obvious he was smart. Like he walked away from being a Jehovah Witness as a child.
Yeah.
But yeah, good ass dude. The world needs more people like that. So it's too bad he's gone. Everyone take a moment of silence and party up in here.
Take a shot and smoke a joint.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a toke for DMX right now. Unfortunately, I smoked all my crack, so that will have to do. But yeah, he's a boss hog. Uh, in other news, I saved some good stuff.
I got a clip
Oh
of that
no,
monkey playing video games.
yeah, I gotta get that clip up. But Canada, supposedly, Canada might be pulling the war on. February 18, Canada's Liberal Party moved to introduce a sweeping new bill that would require police and prosecutors to consider alternative measures for cases of simple possession of drugs, other than making arrests. The legislation would also end all mandatory minimum sentences and drug offenses. No, for drug offenses and some gun related crimes. Where was this when DMX was growing up?
I don't understand.
I uh, open for conditional
So
probationary
is he
sentences for a variety
decriminalizing
of
drugs and
offenses.
guns?
Yeah, well, they're trying to stop it from being arrested and move it into fines, which
How's
will
that
save the
better?
government a lot of money. Because you don't have to pay fines if you don't want your driver's license. They'll just garnish your wages eventually. But if you work for cash, it doesn't matter. Like they can't garnish your
Well,
cash.
that's no life. What life is that, Jay? You have to work for cash and you can't
I
drive
don't
cars.
know. A lot of drug dealers are probably better off not driving a vehicle,
We're not talking
and they
about
work
drug
for cash.
dealers though. We're talking about drug users.
Okay, well, yeah, I don't know. If you're using drugs and you're not selling them, you're an idiot, anyways.
Jay, oh man.
You deserve a fine. That's a stupid tax. At least buy enough drugs to resell some. Fuck, smoke for free. But yeah, the government's move comes as Prime Minister Justin Trudeau faces mounting pressure for reform on two fronts. First, Canada's facing an unprecedented drug overdose crisis, with the province of BC hit especially hard. BC saw a whopping 1,724 overdoses in 2020, up a startling 74% from 2019. Well, maybe COVID has something to do with that. You know, forcing people to be in their homes isn't too good for mental health. And
Yeah.
forcing homeless people to stay on the streets is probably even worse for
And
mental
force
health.
and
Like at
force
least they
people
used
to
to be.
not have jobs, so they have to sell drugs. It's not
Yeah,
good. It's
yeah,
not good for
exactly,
overdoses.
exactly. Or like
I
even
was
worse,
watching
they don't have a job and they've got to sell more drugs, so now they have to cut their drugs with more fentanyl because they're putting less real drugs in it or good drugs, less of the drugs you're looking for.
I was watching this Vice article on they were interviewing people that had to because they didn't have jobs, they started smuggling drugs across the border.
Yeah, nice.
There's just like a large spike in drug smugglers in southern states of America.
Makes sense. Got to pay the bills somehow. That's
Yeah.
why probably why Texas had to open back up. They're like, shit, what are we gonna do? Arrest all these drug smugglers or
Yeah.
let them get their jobs back? But yeah, BC had formally asked the federal government in early Feb for an exemption to the country's drug laws to allow it to decriminalize the possession of personal use amounts of illicit drugs. But that request is still being considered by Ottawa. Pressure from the drug decriminalization is also coming from inside the criminal justice system. In July 2020, the Canadian Association of Chiefs of Police, the president, Chief Constable Adam Palmer, called for drug decriminalization, recommending that Canada's enforcement-based approach for possession be replaced with a healthcare approach that diverts people from the criminal justice system. Which, like, that's crazy to think. the chief constable of the Canada Association of Chiefs of Police, is basically a woke leftist. He's like, we need to stop having police respond. It's a healthcare issue. It's a mental health issue. Like, that's sick. Like, he's basically saying, like, give police less work because they shouldn't be responding to this dumb shit. They need to be given traffic tickets.
We should execute police officers.
Yeah, exactly. Or, like, turn them into meter maids.
Yeah.
Like,
or whores, prostitutes. Turn them into prostitutes.
Well, they probably already are, but legalize it so they can do it. So they can do it not illegally. They're cops after all. They shouldn't be having to do illegal stuff. But public opinion supports decriminalization, according to an Angus Reid Institute poll that found 59% of Canadians supported the decriminalization of illegal drug. So that seems like more than one answer to me. But second, Canada has its own not so noble history of racism and discrimination. Indigenous people make up 5% of the Canadian population, but accounted for more than 30% of all federal prisoners. Similarly, black people account for about 3% of the population, but made up more than 7% of the prisoners in the country's federal correctional system. So, like, fucking, it's about time they decriminalize and quit being racist as fuck. Canada's pissing me off. Not passing the bills fast enough.
That's politics for you though, Jay.
Yeah, that's true.
Come on, man. Things have been moving faster. If you look over the last couple hundred years, this last 100 or so, it's been moving faster than it has in a long time.
Yeah, that's why me and Todd are running for office. So if you support the Rap Drugs Pod, or you want either of us to become prime minister or premier of your province, then, or even just mayor of a cool city.
Supreme overlord of all the Canadian Dominion.
Well, we don't want to have to do that, but we will take matters in our own hands if we have to.
I was just suggesting what people might think. I don't want to do any of that. It sounds like a lot of work. But if you want me to, I guess.
I mean, I don't want to be a commie, but I will be a dictator or a fascist.
A fascist dictator.
Yeah. Or both, or both. Yeah. But if we want the country to be communist, we'll also lead that revolution.
I want to set up an anarcho-communist society.
Okay, so Todd's president if we're anarcho-communists, and I'm president if we're fascist dictators.
Right on.
So vote for your party and help get this all started by following the Rap Drugs Pod on Instagram for IGTV coming back eventually. Follow us on Twitter. Maybe we'll put some shit on Twitter eventually too, but we don't have any new graphics or anything. We're kind of lazy, but we're retweeting some funny shit. Buy some merch, teesprings.com/stores/rapdrugs, or support the show and local homelessmen. PayPal.me/rapdrugspod.
Nice.
Todd's the local homeless man where he's at, and I'll give change to some guy in the streets in Toronto on my way to or from work.
I have a home now. I share it with 5 other guys, but I have a home.
Yeah, it's a dumpster behind Salvation Army, and we've got a couple stray dogs here.
You know how hard it was to put up all these boxes? We used like 7 rolls of duct tape.
Yeah, Todd's got I had to mail Todd, and this was really hard because Todd had to get like a flex delivery address with like one of those IDs that says no address. So Canada Post was kind of like difficult, but still, I ended up mailing Todd like a 30-foot extension cord so he can steal electricity from like local homes in order to run his laptop for the pod.
Yeah.
So send some money to paypal.me/rapdrugs, and maybe we can get something cooler than me holding a phone up to the camera.
Well, I think I could pull up a video. I got the monkey video. Let's see if this works.
You got the monkey video? I mean, if it works, if you share your screen, it might work.
Yeah.
At least to the streamers.
Yeah. I got the video right here.
Long-lasting milk-bone Wonder Bones, designed to rock, wobble, and end doggy boredom.
Yeah.
Nah. No, I can't hear it. I guess I'll have to pull it up.
Pull it up on the stream, see if it works this way.
Me? Put it up on my stream?
This is Paige.
Pull the stream up on your phone.
He's a 9-year-old mechanic.
Host disabled screen sharing. Oh yeah, put the stream on my phone. Good call, man.
If you look carefully,
Let me go back
you
to
can see that the fur
YouTube.
on his head hasn't quite fully
I
grown
just hope
back
I'm
yet.
not just looking at a.
Oh
He's
yeah, it
allowed
is. It
to
is.
interact with a
Can you
computer
hear it?
for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw.
I don't know. There's no sound.
We can interact with the
Okay,
Neuralinks
I'll just
simply
describe
by
it.
pairing them to an
So
iPhone. Just
this
as you might
monkey's
pair your
basically
phone
Everyone will get to see
sucking
it.
on a straw, and that's like a treat, I guess. And
The
then
links
that
record from
encourages
more
him to
than
keep playing the
2,000
game,
electrodes
and he just like
implanted
jerks
in the
this stick
regions of
off,
Page's optical
and the
cortex.
stick that he's
The
jerking
Everyone
off
can-
moves this ball around on the screen.
Everyone can see what's going
Neurons in this
on,
region
but they
modulate
can't
their
see the
activity
screen
with
or the
intended
bottom.
hand
You
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have to
describing
describe
what
the
this
video.
Some
doctor's
might
telling
become
me.
more
Oh, for the
accurately
audio
used to
listeners,
the
my
up,
bad.
and
That's
others
basically what the
use
doctor
it to the
said.
right.
Yeah.
By recording from
So for
many
the audio
angles and
listeners,
feeding
the
that
doctor's on his
activity into a
iPhone now.
decoder algorithm, we are able to
But yeah, this
predict
monkey's
Page's
crushing some
intended
Pong
hand
with the
movements
joystick.
in
It's
real
not
time.
Pong, you fucking
First,
dumbass.
we
This is just a
calibrate
game
the
they made.
decoder by recording
It
neural
looks like
activity
Pong.
as
That's
Pager
not
uses
what
the
Pong looks
joystick
like. If
to
you've
move
never
a
played
cursor to
Pong,
targets presented
Oh,
on the
Pager,
screen.
sorry.
I don't
No,
know.
the monkey
playing his
named Pager
game,
was playing
we are
Pong by
wirelessly
essentially using
streaming
thought to
in
move
real
paddles
time
that bounce digital
firing
balls
rates
back
from
and forth on a
thousands of
screen.
neurons to a
Is
computer.
that not Pong, Todd? Is he not playing Pong?
Using
No,
these
he's
data,
not playing
we
Pong.
calibrate the decoder
Pong is like
by
the ball
mathematically
bounces
modeling the
from
relationship
back and forth
between
on the
patterns of
screen.
neural activity and the different
Yeah, against
joystick
paddles.
movements they produce.
So this, damn, of course the news is
After only
lying.
a few minutes of calibration, we can
France24.com.
use the output from the decoder to
Elon
move the
Musk startup
cursor
devoted to
instead
meshing
of
brains
the
with
joystick.
computers was
And he's
closer
also
to
not
his
using his
dream.
brain.
Page
He's
still
moving
moves the
around
joystick
a
out of habit,
joystick.
but as you can see, it's unplugged.
Maybe you're watching
He's
not the
controlling
right
cursor
video.
entirely with decoded
Wait.
neural activity.
You just give people fake news.
You're giving him
Our
fake
goal
news.
is to enable a person with paralysis to use a
No, this
computer
is.
or phone
I'm reading
with their brain
news.
activity alone.
Monkey Neuralink.
Because they wouldn't
Oh
be
yeah,
able
he's
to
blowing
move
on the
joystick,
straw. You're
They
right.
would calibrate the
But
Yeah.
it's playing
decoder by
Pong. It's
imagining
No, he's
goddamn
sucking
playing
treats
Pong.
out of it. It's not Pong, man.
One of the things
Okay,
the
now
Neuralinks
he's
allow
playing Pong.
Pager to do is to play
Okay.
his
He's
favorite
playing
What was he
Pong
playing
now.
first?
It was
Pong.
just some random game they
To
made
control
up.
his paddle
Oh,
on the
true.
right
Like
side of the
Snake or
Wait,
something.
be
Pager
quiet for a
simply
sec.
thinks about
My
moving his
bad.
hand up or down. We've removed the joystick altogether.
Okay, so
he
yeah,
beat
when he
someone?
plays
Now
Pong,
that he's up to speed,
he
Yeah.
let's increase
he's
the
playing.
difficulty and see how well Pager can play with the Neuralink.
He's playing with his mind now. If you're watching it now, see before
Oh,
I think they were just
sick.
comparing how much
As
better
you can
he is
see,
at it with his
Pager is
mind.
amazingly good at mind
Ah,
control.
I see. I see.
He's
He wasn't
focused.
very
So they're
good
like-
at that other
and
game.
he's
I
playing
don't think.
So
entirely
they're
his
like,
own
here's.
volition.
It was probably a harder game though. It was probably like Uncharted or like Bloodborne or something.
The reason Neuralink works
Yeah, I'm playing
is because
Bloodborne. They're
through
like, look,
coding,
man, he
encoding,
sucks.
and electrical
And it's like,
signals,
nah, that game's fucking hard, guys. Nah, man.
Great game, Pager.
Watch him
And
play
what better
Pong with
reward for a
Neuralink.
monkey
He's
than a banana?
Pong slaps, dude.
We still have
Now
challenges
he's eating a
spanning
banana.
many fields of engineering.
Nice.
So if you're good
That
at
was
solving
awesome, though.
hard
Yeah.
problems and want to change people's
True.
lives, even if
But
you've
yeah,
never worked with the
Elon
brain
Musk
before,
is fucking
we
hard
would
as a
love to hear
rock.
from you.
He tweeted, a monkey is literally playing a video game telepathically using a brain chip. So like he probably jizzed in his pants as he tweeted that. And then he probably tweeted like 6 things about to pump up Bitcoin because he put all of
Yeah,
the fucking balance sheet into Bitcoin.
we got
He's
another
like-
video for the viewers.
He's like, a monkey is literally playing a video game telepathically using a brain chip. And Dogecoin to the moon. That was probably his next tweet after that.
Is that what he said?
Dogecoin to the
He's
moon.
he's just like doing LSD all the time. Like,
Yeah. No, ambient and weed and whiskey.
yeah, just hitting it hard. He doesn't even sleep ever. He hasn't slept in fucking
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, just doing it hasn't actually slept. He's taking Ambien though.
Yo,
He's doing
wait,
LSD and psilocybin.
we got another video. Are you
Grimes.
watching the live stream?
Sick. Let me switch back to it. I'm a little delayed. Like I am a gay retard. Like if you haven't listened to the pod before. The video's right on time, but I am
Did you watch
delayed.
it?
Nice. What the hell is this?
It's a video of a monkey throwing.
This is what they want to get next at Neuralink. The monkey's gonna be able to hit targets harder.
Oh yeah. What were we talking about?
Nice. Monkeys fucking rule. Basically just Elon Musk trying to pump and dump Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
It really be like that.
Man, he's pretty far with that shit though. If he could already like, we should just implement that. I wonder how. I wonder if he had to put something into the monkey's head. I wonder how it
Of
worked.
course. Of course, they had to give him some sort of brain surgery implant type thing that they didn't
Sick,
consent
man.
to. Like, did the monkey?
Man, he's gonna make a VR obsolete before it even takes off the ground.
Yeah,
Because if that's out, you could just
I
play by
mean,
thinking about playing the
it,
game.
if COVID is a sign of anything, though, no one is gonna get this Neuralink. Like,
Why is that?
90% of people are gonna be like, no fucking way, I'm getting Neuralink. And then if they're like,
No,
yeah,
but
you're
here's the
going to
thing,
die
Jay.
if you don't get Neuralink, then just the old people will, and
Here's the
everyone else
thing,
would be
man.
like, I'll rather die.
No one trusts the government to do anything, but
Yeah.
they'll trust a company to do it, and they'll
Elon
especially
Musk
trust
is the
Elon Musk
government.
to do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
but people don't think
exactly.
of him that way.
They're like,
We
oh
know
yeah,
he's a CIA agent.
this government contractor that gets paid billions to blow up rockets because
Yeah.
NASA doesn't have any money to do it anymore. Let's just let him implant microchips into our brain. Oh, did I mention that he's also mapping the entire world with his Teslas, and the Chinese government won't allow Teslas into their facilities because of this? Hmm.
What do you
Could
think
it
that
be
means?
that Teslas are military vehicles? Could it be that Tesla's mapping the world is the new Google Earth? Could it be that Google Earth is a military technology and they could do this stuff before with satellites and just sold it off to you later?
Yeah.
Good question. I wonder why universities invented the internet and now universities don't do anything. It's all these fucking tech companies. Interesting. Interesting take, Jason. Maybe you just don't understand capitalism.
Yeah, Jason.
You say the Pentagon got a $753 billion budget, even though Joe Biden, a liberal, came into office and said he's going to tax businesses based on their profits, not on loopholes. Interesting. I'm wrong.
You
Maybe
hear
they're
about
not pumping out the greatest technology through the biggest military in the world and selling it off to private business or
you hear
having them
about
subcontract to build it.
you hear about South Korea or not South Korea, South of Africa and India being upset because there's not enough vaccines to go around and they won't even tell them how to make them.
Oh wow. No.
You didn't hear about that? Oh yeah, Joe Biden's in like a huge dilemma now where he has to decide if he's gonna force companies to uh give the medicine to other countries or allow the pharmaceutical companies to recoup their profits.
Yeah, I thought they made sure Bernie Sanders didn't come into office so that kind of shit didn't happen.
What do you mean? What kind of shit?
So that pharmaceutical companies could rule the world and so big tech could stay unregulated.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why Joe Biden's not it's a dilemma for him.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a
He's
dilemma.
not going to.
They should just
Aren't they just giving them the blueprints and saying pay us back like a licensing agreement?
No, they're telling them that's what people are trying to get them to do, or at least something close to that. But instead, what they're telling them is that they have to wait until we have enough. They have to buy ours. They have to wait or figure out how to make it out on their own.
Wow.
And
why not just license it at a higher price and make the same profit?
Because man,
these companies are stupid.
Yeah, I don't know.
I understand though, they are the fucking most paranoid people on the planet. Not only are they selling all the drugs, they created espionage. Listen to the history of drugs, episode number like 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And you'll learn all about it. They invented espionage, and the government just took it over.
Pharmaceutical companies, I know.
Yeah, so of course they're like, oh wait, we can't license something. Then they're gonna know it.
Yeah.
It's like the recipe to Coca-Cola. Like, it's in a vault somewhere.
Yeah, China.
And the Koch brothers have it underground.
China, I guess, has already said that once they figure out how to make something, they're just giving it to everybody.
I thought they already had figured out how to make something and are just giving it to their own people right now.
I don't know.
Maybe they're just not admitting it.
That's what I heard.
Yeah. They're like, if the US won't do it, we won't do it.
Yeah.
Ask Joe Biden again. But yeah, speaking of the CCP, they've ordered Alibaba to pay a record fine of 18.2 billion yen, 2.8 billion, after antitrust regulators concluded that the online shopping giant had been behaving like a monopoly. So they're trying to make US look bad for not doing anything to Amazon. Chinese state media reported Saturday that the state market regulation had imposed the penalty, CCP.
Okay.
Some state media said they had imposed a penalty on an antitrust investigation into Alibaba's exclusive dealing agreements that prevented merchants from selling products on rival e-commerce platforms, a practice known as choosing one from two. The fine is equivalent to 4% of Alibaba's sales in China in 2019, and dwarfs the previously record penalty of 975 million handed out to American chip maker Qualcomm in 2015. Beijing has been tightening the screws on China's national tech champions in recent months, part of a regulatory crackdown that Xi Jinping has described as one of the country's top priorities for 2021. Xi urged officials to step up their efforts to regulate online companies to maintain social stability. And yeah, Ma has kept a very low profile since Ant Group, Alibaba's financial affiliate, was forced to shelve what would have become the world's biggest IPO last November after he criticized Chinese regulators. Since then, Ma's only made one brief public appearance in a video in January, and Ant Group, which owns the hugely popular digital payments app Alipay, has been ordered to overhaul its business. In an open letter published Saturday, Alibaba said the company had cooperated with the investigation and accepted the penalty with sincerity and will ensure our compliance with determination. Alibaba would not have achieved our growth without sound government regulation and service, and the critical oversight, tolerance, and support from all of our constituencies have been very crucial to our development. For this, we are full of gratitude and respect. It is not lost on us that today's society has new expectations for platform companies, and we must assume responsibility as part of the nation's economic and social development.
They're full of shit.
Yeah, so crazy.
You hear,
But Tencent's also reportedly facing a scrutiny for allegedly monopolist practices at its social networking app WeChat. The company, which dominates online payments in China via WeChat Pay and owns a hugely popular mobile game, said in a statement last month that a recent meeting for regulators was voluntary. Tencent has had meetings with regulators on a regular basis, and this was a regular meeting. But yeah, what's up with, what did I hear?
I was going to say, have you heard about the Chinese militia or Chinese Navy militia? It's like
No.
It's like a couple 100,000 fucking fishing boats that just go around and like fish other people's waters and like overfish their waters and just harass their ships in their own waters.
Nice. No, I didn't know that was a thing, but I have heard that doing that and having like military ships come around with the fishing ships, and they're like crazy, harassing all like the South China Sea.
The volume, like I think it's like 100,000 ships. Like it's something nuts.
Crazy.
They'll just come into an area.
Just a fleet, eh?
Yeah, they'll just start ramming other ships and just start fishing them.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of what is it? I don't know what you call people from Thailand. Thai? Yeah. A lot of Thai people and Filipinos have like just not been able to fish because they're scared for their lives.
Yeah, I was.
They're like, I'm not going to go out fishing because I don't want to die.
I was watching a guy who was like, he just like was trying to show what was going on, and he hired a boat that takes people out from the Philippines to like a coral reef where the Chinese ships were, and they were like apparently ramming these guys' ships when they were taking tourists out to this fucking coral reef, and like
nuts. That's crazy.
In Filipino water.
Yeah, of course. Well, anywhere in the South China Sea. What's Filipino gonna do?
And when China was like asked about it, their response was that they were hiding from rough waters. They'd been parked there for like 6 months.
It was an accident. We lost control. We pressed the gas instead of the brake. Meanwhile, they were texting and driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were driving under the influence and texting, and we put our foot on the gas instead of the brake, and there was ice.
Have you heard about or have you seen that new Eric Andre movie? No? Oh, you gotta watch it, man. What's it called? Get something. Get
Bad
there.
Trip?
Yeah, Bad Trip. Yeah, that was so good.
Yeah, I hear it's good as hell. So I haven't been able to watch it yet because I want to like dedicate some time to it. But yeah, we'll talk about that soon after I watch it. We'll go deep on the pod.
Yeah, I watched it like right after it came out. I've been forgot to say stuff.
But yeah, before I talk about one more thing, you got anything else you wanna? Any big stories?
Why are you putting me on the spot? No, I don't know. I don't have any.
So I could take another toke. I think this thing died. But yeah, Amazon workers vote down union drive at the Alabama warehouse.
Oh yeah.
No, I think the battery might be dead.
Did you see Bernie calling out Jeff Bezos the other day?
I don't think so. Jeff Bezos actually approved Biden's tax increase, but didn't go as far to say he approved Biden's tax increase. He said businesses should be taxed more when asked about it. But is that the time Bernie called out Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, or
might have been?
Yeah, we watched that on the pod.
Oh,
yeah. 40% of the country's wealth or something.
Yeah, someone was saying if he paid all of his workers like something ridiculous, like couple $1,000, like like $10,000 or something, he would have the exact same amount of money he would at the beginning of the pandemic as after, something like that. If he paid every worker like $10,000.
Nuts. Yeah, that would make a lot of sense considering how much money they make.
Yeah, they've made way more during this pandemic. Like, yeah, I think if you're profiting off the pandemic, you should be paying everyone else's fucking wages.
Or like giving out UBI to like people that aren't working there. But it's a 6,000 person warehouse.
Yeah.
1,800 votes against the union. And the ballots in favor was only 740. So more than half of the people didn't even vote, like true Americans.
They didn't vote?
True patriots. They just didn't vote.
Was there Amazon voter suppression?
There must have been. But Amazon was repeatedly quashed labor activism, had appeared vulnerable as it faced increasing scrutiny in Washington. Like you said, President Biden signaled support for the union effort, as did Bernie Sanders. And like you're saying, the pandemic drove people to online shopping. In an aggressive campaign, the company argued that its workers had access to rewarding jobs without needing to involve a union. The victory leaves Amazon free to handle employees on its own terms, and it's gone on a hiring spree, expanding its workforce to more than 1.3 million people.
Yeah, they hired a whole bunch of Mexicans so that the votes would go their way.
But also, exactly. But they've also scared a lot of people who think Amazon knows everything about them, is tracking them through their phone and Alexa's at home and whatever, would know how they voted even. Like, that's what the union rep said. So who knows how true that is. But the union leader was like, these people are so scared of Amazon, they think Amazon would know how they voted.
They're just
they're just going to
make shit up.
Like, they're going to fight to get you an increase, and then that increase above minimum wage is going to go to the union, and your pension, which is not going to be worth anything anyways if you retire, and like we're all running on Bitcoin, but you got paid in US dollars, or we're all running on yuan and you're getting paid in US dollars that hyperinflate and are worthless anyways.
I wish we had good unions.
Yeah, like if the unions were any good, wages would have increased with inflation and property values instead of being trailing behind them.
Instead of not.
Yeah. We would be getting paid more than our grandparents, not the same amount.
If you have good unions, you don't even need a minimum wage like Sweden.
Yeah. All you need is a good government in the first place, but that's also
all you need is a lot of Jewish people in charge.
That's true. You need to just accept it and let them be in charge instead of fighting them at every corner.
Like, they are better at running the finances. Let's just be real.
Yeah, they've done it for the longest, so they should be better. And like as a Christian, you shouldn't want to
that and gay people
touch the finances.
I heard some statistic where like gay people are some of the wealthiest people in the country.
Nice. Tim Dillon had a clip from his pod. I didn't watch it yet because I want to watch the whole pod.
Yeah.
But the title on it was "Gay People Used to Be Happy."
Yeah. That was before they were allowed to get married.
That was before. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Maybe that's a joke in there. I thought it was before all this woke activism when like you had to be trans to be like cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably once a marriage got allowed, it was like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Yeah.
I used to have orgies every weekend and like the excuse was we're not married. We can't get married. Sorry, honey.
Yeah, now I'm paying reparations to Brett, Ty, and Chad because none of them want to get a job. Or not reparations, or what do you call? I don't know. What do you got to pay people when you've been married to them and they're like broke and are used to
alimony.
Alimony. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah,
paying alimony to all these dudes.
Yeah, that's true. All these sugar dads.
Yeah.
I mean, gotta pay. All these sugar daddies gotta pay alimony to their sugar babies who just sit around a pool and get a tan.
Yeah, who just look
they
good.
get plowed by a next guy.
Yeah.
Or the sugar babies start plowing each other because all the sugar daddies get too old, but they're getting alimony so they can be a sugar daddy to another sugar baby.
Yeah. See,
interesting wealth exchange.
They had no idea what they were getting themselves into when they got courts involved.
Legally, no. But yeah, they were like, that looks fun. I want to get married.
Yeah, I want to do that.
I want to get all the friggin' benefits as a spouse. But they didn't realize the back end. You're right, Todd.
Yeah.
When your spouse leaves you, you got to pay more than child support. And if you don't have children, you still got to pay alimony for their standard of living. Yeah, this New York Times article is insanely long. Basically just an Amazon hate piece and a union love piece, which fuck that. I'm trying to invest in stocks, not friggin' save the world.
I'm trying to save the world.
I mean, at least Amazon workers have a job. They're not some fucking third world country that supply chains completely shut down because of COVID, or maybe didn't exist in the first place and the Americans went there to blow them up and build their infrastructure.
That's the standard we should have. At least they're not a third world country.
Yeah.
At least we aren't droning their neighborhoods.
At least we didn't get loans from the IMF and the World Bank, and then all of a sudden, once we started selling things to other countries, they put tariffs on us and subsidies on their own products.
Yeah, that's too complicated for me to follow.
Basically, geopolitics is fuck over third world countries.
Yeah, man, but
and send relief to them so that they can't create their own relief economies.
There you go, man.
Like, we created the Red Cross so that we can prop up Haiti, and that way they can never prop themselves up and be self-sustaining.
Is that what you think, Jay?
And then we control the weather.
So we should pull out?
I'm just saying they should set up businesses and manufacturing facilities there. Just like with
so now you're for outsourcing.
Coronavirus.
For outsourcing jobs.
No, tax and tariff it still, but set up manufacturing. Who's
going to set up there with all those taxes and tariffs?
The people who live there are going to own their own businesses. And so here's an example, Todd.
Why would you want people that live there owning the businesses then? Then how's the money going to come back to our country? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, good point. Good point. And that's why it will never work and why you need to vote.
It sounds like we're gonna have less jobs with your plan, Jay.
Yes.
So how do you
stop UBI? How you're gonna Andrew Yang's gonna give everyone UBI.
Stop telling me how you're gonna create jobs in other countries. Tell me how you're gonna create jobs in this country.
Well,
and also
tax and tariff stuff, and let the other countries be sustainable. So there's less offshoring.
UBI. Where's this money coming from, Jay? All these companies that you just taxed the shit out of so much that they had to shut down their factories?
Or, we can use Joe Biden's idea where it's like tax 28% of the profits.
Oh, okay.
Or we can use Bernie Sanders' idea for all the financial transactions, there's a 1 penny tax.
Yeah, but who's going to make these transactions
quarter of a
when
percent.
You keep raising the taxes?
People are gonna have to sell off their stocks
the higher
eventually.
you raise the
Or
taxes,
maybe estate taxes.
the fact
Bring
is the
those
higher
back.
you raise the taxes, the lower we actually collect in taxes due to you suffocating the economy. Is that not true?
Nice.
Can you
Yeah,
not?
I just don't understand trickle down economics, Todd. I've been propagandized and told that it has never benefited the poorer class. When you're right, it probably has. Just like how increasing the minimum wage gets rid of all the jobs. If you're not watching, I'm doing air quotes with my
Yeah,
fingers.
Look at Sweden. I don't believe in a minimum wage.
Yeah, exactly. I don't believe in a don't believe in a 40-hour work week either. Look at Sweden. Like they have a great quality of life. They don't work 40-hour weeks, so we should
How
get
long
away
do they
with
work?
overtime. I don't want to explain that to you, Todd, but we should get rid of overtime so that people are free to work however much they want.
Yeah.
And instead of these labor laws that prevent them from working
I know, it's ridiculous.
so many hours. Yeah.
They
like I said, look at Norway. They don't work 40-hour weeks and they love life.
Yeah.
They
How
work
much do they work?
I don't know, I don't know the exact numbers, but it's something like 30 hours a week or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
But
are we
maybe they have
supposed
two
to-
jobs, probably. They
How
probably
are we
have two
supposed to
jobs. I don't know
get
how else they
anything
would
done
kill
if you
themselves.
don't work at least 48 hours a week? I
Yeah.
was watching this thing on like the laws get changed on hourly work weeks and stuff. And there was a time, I think it was like 1886 or something.
The
There
good
was a-
old days.
Yeah, there was like when they were slowly kind of cutting back.
Ottawa
They
police would
caught
call
it.
the good old days.
They thought they thought that hours were gonna keep coming down as
Yeah.
technology increased at such a rate that we'd be down to like 15-hour work weeks.
Yeah.
And then it was like right around that same time that they stopped actually having those laws, and then we've slowly transitioned now where because people that work two jobs mostly, the majority of people are working more than 48 hours a week.
Yeah. Two part-time jobs, so they also
Yeah.
don't have benefits or a pension.
And are working more hours.
Yeah.
We've somehow slipped back into the time of like fucking.
And they voted against getting a union.
The only thing we don't have is children working in coal mines. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean, not in our country. They are in other countries, but it's cobalt mines, Todd.
Yeah.
To
Yeah,
build
but
your
they're
Tesla
not
and
white
your
kids.
cell phones
They're
and your
not-
electronics.
They're not
Yeah.
white kids.
Sorry.
I know, man. I'm seriously like considering just like not owning electronics anymore. I'm like, fuck.
Well, like
damn
just
it.
buy refurbished or used ones.
Yeah,
Like,
but then you're contributing to this economy.
well, I guess yeah, you're supporting the people buying the
we
new
need to
ones.
we need to destroy those and put those back into the ground. We need to put it back in the ground.
If only they could. But yeah, I don't know if electric cars are any better than gasoline cars. People say
Yeah.
electric cars
I'm
use
gonna
all this mining
start-
and stuff, but how do you build an gas car? Like, do you not mine materials?
Yeah, but
Like,
you
is
don't
every-
you don't use as many precious metals in
Is it all
electrical components as you do.
true?
You know,
You still have a
yeah.
lot, but yeah, not
there's
as much.
way more. Yeah, I don't think you barely use any precious metals because you got to have all
Yeah.
these like special
that-
circuits and stuff and like.
Yeah, I know. I understand
It's,
completely.
I think
You're right.
the main thing is like the solar panels. I guess the biggest
And-
part is the solar cells themselves,
Yeah, solar panels suck
but
through and through. Plus, they're waste. They're e-waste, which can never get repurposed.
yeah, I know.
'Cause
We
they're
should just use
obsolete.
horses. What's wrong with horses?
Yeah, or just like put people on a wheel instead of like windmills or water hydroelectric, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could just put people on a windmill and they could power stuff, and then instead of paying your power bill, like you just pay those people.
Yeah, I know.
Like now I'm creating jobs, Todd.
There you
I
go.
fixed the problem.
It's genius.
Yeah, we do this in all the third world countries, and now they can just, they don't have to.
Why would you want to give them the jobs
The
though?
children can run on hamster wheels.
What are we gonna
Because
do?
Americans want to be obese. We don't like.
There's not
we
enough
don't wanna
jobs to go
run.
around. We need our people running on wheels.
Maybe if you click the remote buttons fast enough, that creates some sort of friction and empowers something. Like if you change the channels fast enough, it
Yeah.
heats up your TV and that energy's collected and goes back into the grid.
My plan's to move back to the horse and buggy. I'm gonna live with some Amish people for a while until I learn their ways, and then
Yeah.
leave because I'm not down with their beliefs.
And then our podcast is going to be the Amish vegan, where it's
Yeah.
like Todd Todd sends in notes that I read because he doesn't believe in any electronics.
Yeah.
And I just talk about being vegan and Amish.
And from my point of view, from my handwritten notes.
Yeah, exactly. But we'll still do lots of research in psychedelic drugs. That's not stopping anytime soon. Psilocybin's natural.
Yeah.
So is DMT from a toad. And Todd's one of the things of being Amish.
Once I build a computer,
farm.
I just have to build my own computer. I'm gonna go to Indonesia, mine my own cobalt. Once I build my own computer from scratch, that way I know there was no slave children involved. Then I'll be happy.
Nice.
I don't know how I'll use the internet though, because how do you get around?
Yeah.
I'll have to build my own like
public
tower,
library,
server.
Public library, Todd. You don't own any of the electronics. It's not your fault. It's just infrastructure that exists no matter what.
It already exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Exactly.
That's why I avoid taxes. That's right.
Go to an Apple store
so
and you just use the computer there. Don't buy it.
That's right. If I rob them, then I'm actually helping the situation.
Yeah, exactly. DMX would approve.
DMX approved.
Yeah, but yeah, last thing before we go.
I'm steal it from you. I'm gonna steal it from you.
Yeah. As long as you sell the laptop when you're done with it and buy your dog a leather collar and a leather leash and some Timberlands, DMX approves. And maybe some crack and oxycodone and marijuana, because like you gotta have a good time before you die.
You're gonna have a good
Especially if you're gonna die at 50. Live fast, die young, they say.
Live
and
fast,
DMX lived a lot, like so much life. Like I think there's like he lived like 10 people's lives in one.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing, dude.
Yeah, when you think about it, so amazing. But not like the Ottawa police. The Ottawa police, I'm sad that we gave them respect for stopping no-knock raids because they're racist bigots.
Yeah.
A screenshot of a video that circulated on social media recently. In the video, 3 uniformed Ottawa police officers have a conversation about how the white man's day is gone. Or sorry, is done. OPS is conducting an investigation after a video circulating online this week. A video partial recording from a security camera at a person's home was originally posted on social media by a friend of the person involved. On Thursday, that person confirmed the video was recorded in his garage in the summer of 2019. He said the officers were there to serve a warrant after he'd been pulled over for driving without a license a few days earlier. He asked CBC not to identify him because he fears for his safety and that of his family. The video shows the 3 police officers standing in a garage, seemingly unaware that their conversation was being recorded. One officer said, "Our days are done. White man's day is done." Another officer replies, "You're probably right." A third said, "You're onto something." A fourth said, "Where we go one, we go all." And then they stormed the Capitol. I made up those last 2. But yeah, the population of North America, we're the minority, I think, even at this point. One officer goes on to say. Well, he's probably including the Irish and the Italian in that statement.
Yeah.
If he is truly a racist bigot.
I don't even understand. Doesn't matter. Who the fuck cares? Like, to be Canadian, what is that? We're not white people. What the fuck?
Native Americans are the true Canadians. So yeah, you're right.
Whatever.
It's no longer white people immigrating to these countries because they're fine in Europe and US and Canada. They're not they're not peasants anymore. Yeah. So let the peasants get a better life like you got. You and your family got
before fucking Europeans sailed around the world, people didn't really even realize races. That was invented by European colonization and them realizing that certain continents had certain colors of people.
Yeah.
It's like exactly. Before that, no one noticed. I don't know why all of a sudden why we can't go back to that. It just seems
I don't know. I think the Chinese noticed because I'm pretty sure they love to have not dark skin. And I heard this thing about Uyghur Muslims getting genocided and enslaved, but because they're
is
Turkish.
That not from European influence?
But maybe that's because they're whiter than the Chinese.
I don't know.
I don't know for sure either.
That sounds like a classic European move. I feel like everything China's doing is what they're like a abused child. You know?
I also
They're doing exactly what happened to them.
True, they're like DMX.
You know? Yeah,
He doesn't want to be cruel to the animals, but that's the only way he was raised.
Yeah, China.
How else do you get an animal to fall in line other than beat it with your belt and cut its face and knock its teeth out?
like the CCP literally refers to the 100 years where the Europeans like ruined their country as the 100 years of humility, and they take that as lessons on how to treat the people around them.
True, yeah, they're embarrassed they weren't onto this before.
Yeah, they're like, we're such idiots. These are the moves to make.
We could have created India and Hinduism and ran that country
and then we
and got a lot of cool teas.
Then we turn around and we tell them
spices.
they're wrong. We're like, that's not what you do. You know, it's like the parent that's been abusing this kid their whole
only
life.
We can do
they
that.
stop doing drugs and they're like, you're such a loser. Why are you doing these things?
They're like, why? Because I said so.
Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do.
I think it's sick though, like as in really cool that you know, the whole opium thing and like how the English like kind of controlled the Chinese through opium and opium dens, and then they depicted the Chinese as the opium den runners, like to fuck with everyone.
Yeah.
Chinese is like, oh yeah, have you tried fentanyl?
Yeah, I know.
Like that's the best.
Yeah.
And then like they're secretly buying up all the property everywhere around the world, like, and then I'm falling for the propaganda against China and the CCP that the US keeps pumping out. They're like, these guys are bad. We are the good.
We are the good.
They have 100
just doing
boats.
what you did, though.
They have 100 boats protecting the South China Sea. We only have hundreds of thousands of boats protecting all the oceans across the entire world. Oh, yeah. You didn't notice our boats? That's because they're submarines.
I do find it hilarious. America's like, China's being so aggressive in the South China Sea. Yeah. Why are you across the ocean? Last I checked, South China Sea's next to China, not America.
Meanwhile, America has like thousands of satellites in the air, and they're building a fleet of satellites to fly around the world called Starlink, ran by capitalist Elon Musk.
Which was a response to China a few years ago, building a satellite with an arm on it that could blow up other satellites.
Yeah, yeah, that was sick. Watch Space Force app, the bonus Space Force app. I think it's like 6.5 or 7.5 if you want to learn more about the cool ass shit.
Space stuff.
But this to continue with the OPS, you go to Toronto and every couple you see walking by is a mixed couple. You don't see white and white people together. It's white and Asian, white and East Indian, he said. I told my son he can find a Chinese Asian girlfriend, he continued. If he wants to stay in the mix, get your foot in the door.
Is this some kind of like weird, like some sex fantasy shit or what? What are you reading over here right now?
The police officer talking about his son, telling his son to get tapped into the community
by like telling his son he's got to find an Asian girl.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely some sort of like this guy's the guy in QAnon who's like, I better keep an eye on the rest of these guys. So they don't find out I'm a pedophile.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm following QAnon to make sure I'm not being caught.
Yeah.
Like Tom Hanks, you know? He was probably a Q member.
Oh, definitely. That's why he got COVID first.
That's why he was one step ahead of them, always. Biden. Yeah. Obviously, he was Q himself.
Yeah. Who else would it be other than Tom?
Yeah. Or Joe Biden, yeah.
Or Joe Biden.
Yeah. Tom Hanks was just an avid follower.
You obviously don't know anything about Q. Wouldn't have been Joe Biden.
Well, why else did the Capitol get stormed while Trump was still in office, Todd? And all the politicians conveniently
Trump.
Knew to escape.
It only benefited Trump. And you know it.
Yeah, exactly. But Trump must have been the one who had the media set up there in the higher row.
Oh, yeah.
To take all the photo off. He probably gets like... The QAnon shaman is probably trademarked by Trump if you look into it. So all these news places talking about the QAnon shaman, bam, sued, royalties. Bam, all your profits off that article.
Did you hear about him doing that to the Republicans?
No.
He went after him and said that they can't use his likeness anymore for their elections. He wants royalties for all that.
nuts.
Oh yeah, he's been doing crazy stuff where he's like he invited like 5 Republicans to his golf place and like made them all swear allegiance to him and
Nice. Still, that's boss. That's so boss.
and then now
I mean,
like they had to like come up with good reasons why he should endorse them. Shit.
yeah. So like we're gonna cover both sides though, Todd. We'll run against each other.
Oh yeah.
I just have to beat Donald Trump for the Republican vote as a
Yeah.
fascist dictator. And you just have to beat
Obama.
either Joe Biden or The Rock or Kamala Harris.
Kamala
To be
Harris.
the anarcho-communist. Yeah, I don't know which one is going to be running. Because
If I'm a communist, then I got to be Bernie Sanders.
Yes, but they'll do it for you.
But he loses repeatedly, so
yeah, you just gotta pretend you're gonna prop up capitalists and government. I mean, business and the military.
Yeah.
And then once you get in, you use the military against them.
You use the
anarcho-communist state. Like you take the military and you execute Elon Musk on live television, and you're like, anyone else want to own a business? You know, because Jeff Bezos stepped down.
Yeah.
Bill Gates is already like just a philanthropist.
Who
now.
wants a piece of Amazon? We all own it now.
Yeah. Anyone else want to own a business? And then if anyone raises their hand, you kill them also on live television.
You shoot them.
But you don't do it. The military does it.
They're all my businesses and my customers.
They're all the American people's businesses. Andrew Yang would approve. But yeah, the OPS says, regardless of the intent, the comments expressed in the video have negatively impacted community members and service members. The comments are offensive and they have further eroded public trust as well as internal morale. Because obviously, not all the cops are white. Like some non-white people also want to do white, traditionally jobs. Like they don't realize the cops are just government foot soldiers to help protect the elitists.
Yeah.
They're like, I could be elite too one day. I want to help protect the rules.
Naive idiots.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happens
carrots.
when you're second generation or first generation immigrant.
Yeah.
You're like, I want a job in the union with a pension.
Yeah.
Because I think that'll help me out.
You're a fool.
Won't help you when hyperinflation comes,
buddy.
What
do you think this is? 1956? You fucking idiot.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you program? No, get out of this country.
Yeah, can you fly a drone overseas to kill a bunch of your own people? No, get the fuck
then you're weak.
Yeah, exactly. You're only gonna get one of these mid-level foot soldier jobs. You can here's a bicycle. Go give people tickets at the park.
Go hand out vaccines that actually kill people. Let's go.
Yeah, and so reacting to the video. Ziobi, I don't know how to say her name. Miss Chen or Mrs. Chen, Professor Chen, a sociology professor at Carleton University. I think these are very troubling racist ideas that we are seeing behind the conversation.
What's that?
Remember, the video is also 2 years old, so maybe this guy changed his ways. About like only seeing mixed couples in Toronto and like his son needs to be in a mixed couple, which I think is very.
It's racist to force your son to be in a mixed couple. Is that what's racist?
It's racist saying that white people aren't going to be good anymore, which I don't understand this. Like, this guy sounds like he's just like, yeah, white man's like, I haven't watched the video.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he's like onto something, just a retarded old guy. Like, he's like, yeah, there should be mixed race couples and my son should be part of one. Oh, that's bad. That's bad what he's saying. Yeah. That's dangerous talk. Like, I don't know about that, guys. Like, he's just a dumbass who doesn't know how to say it correctly.
It just doesn't matter. He might be, he just sounds like he's already accepting something that he should have never been a problem, you know?
Exactly.
It's like he's telling his son, like, it's okay, you can date guys. I'm not gay, Dad. I'm 10.
Yeah, but it's cool. But you can date guys if you want. Like, you should date a guy. You should try.
I'm okay with it. Straight people aren't the only people anymore.
And then that's like the gay people are like, that's bad. You should not tell his son that.
Shouldn't be.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what should he be telling his son?
Yeah.
Like, you need to keep the bloodlines pure, son. Like, I'd be like, holy fuck, this is crazy. But like, I was only crazy. Like, this is crazy at the first thing he said, and then his observation. But then when he told his son to be part of a mixed race couple, yeah, cool. To get your foot in the door, no, man, you fucked up again. But the idea is he's on the right track. Terrible way to going about it.
Yeah.
Like, he's promoting love by the sounds of it. Like, he's a follower of Jesus.
Yeah.
But Professor Chen says, I think these are very troubling racist ideas. The conversation in the video, Chen said, is a prime example of enduring notion of white ownership of this nation. Which is, I think if you ignore it, you're ignoring history.
Because we're white, we should like leave or not date anyone at all. Because this isn't our nation anymore.
That's what Professor Chen says.
He's like, wait, what? You think because the white man is done that they should start marrying Asians because this is our country now? No.
Yeah, and
stay to your own race. Mr. Chen wants you to stay to your own race.
Yeah, Professor Chen. It's a girl, lady.
Oh, Mrs. Chen.
Yeah, but
enduring Dr. Chen.
I don't know. It doesn't say doctor, so she must not actually have a PhD in anything. Maybe like
she just is like a secretary at the fucking
like sociology professor. So who knows what she's up to?
They just walked into a university and were like, "What's your opinion, professor?"
Yeah. Sociology professor? Well, I don't know anything, but philosophically, this is bad. Enduring notion of white ownership of this nation, despite North America first belonging to indigenous people and being built on the back of free labor of blacks under cruel conditions under slavery and also exploitation of Chinese labor. Yes, those things did happen, but that doesn't ignore the fact that white people did do those things and run those things. Like, he's saying white man's day is done. Like, so he's also agreeing with you, lady. He's saying like, oh, we're going to have to give the country back to the Native Americans and the blacks and the Chinese and everyone else that immigrates here that's not white. Like, like, come on. But it is very disappointing to hear that kind of stuff. Like, and the way he's going about it is shocking.
Why?
Just because his vocabulary is wrong.
I don't understand.
Like, even when I first read it,
I'm like, did he make this video and like release it? Why is it a big story?
No, he was making this video.
He's a cop.
Him and it's because 3 cops were doing it. The Ottawa police.
Wait, so they were all talking to this one guy's son?
Yeah.
And was this like supposed to be like a public statement? Are they all dressed in uniform and shit?
Yeah, they're all dressed in uniform, and they were talking to each other, getting ready to serve someone a warrant.
A warrant for what?
Driving under the influence without a license or something like that.
It had nothing to do with the racial stuff?
Yeah, exactly. This guy was scared for his safety to release the video, so a friend released it for him.
Who took the video?
A friend released it for him. Some guy's security camera at his home.
What?
But But this professor's super woke.
Why was he afraid? I don't understand. Wait, so they were just talking to themselves?
Because he probably thinks the cops would know when he said this, whose house he was at serving a warrant to. So that's why he didn't want to release the video or have his name out in CBC.
I just can't. I thought like they were giving a public service statement. I didn't realize they were talking to themselves and someone.
Yeah, they were just chatting it was like a backyard chat. They didn't know they were getting recorded.
I don't think you can do that.
Well, because
that's super illegal, actually.
Because he's a police
Especially
officer.
If they were in a backyard, though.
Well, he's a police officer and he's serving the public. He was in a driveway.
He was conducting police.
He was in a person's driveway.
Conducting police activity. That's true.
And the person was protecting their home.
And
I don't know if the Ottawa rules are like Toronto, but in Toronto you can just film out in the streets, and whoever's in the video,
the streets
automatically consents to it.
Yeah.
So if I'm filming the streets from my house and something so happens to be in my driveway, unless it's me, I don't have to.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
You're consenting to be on my video, by being on my property or being in the streets, in the public. Yeah. Especially if you're
that's
public
pretty much
servitude. Yeah. In Canada, anyways. Because they want to, it's a surveillance state. Yeah. States as well. But what's especially problematic about this conversation is it's benign. What it tells us is that these conversations are probably happening a lot of times, but we just don't see it. Shen hopes OPS uses video to address white nationalistic notions and racism and colonialism within the police force. We need to be careful about not reducing this to individual police officers. the officer responds. So I don't agree with Professor Chen, but I do agree with her. Like, I think the way the guy was talking about it was wrong, but it's like we were saying, he's in the right place. His mind's in the right, his heart's in the right place. His mind is fucking destroyed.
I don't think it really matters, man. The guy was talking to his own son, saying some weird shit. Why is this news? Leave the guy
Because
alone.
other police officers.
For all I know,
agree
he
with
was
him.
kidding. Like,
Yeah.
they were just
Maybe
fucking
he's having
around.
a joke.
He was like, just fucking around.
Yeah.
Like, hey, look, son,
Sarcastic.
you're gonna have to date an Asian.
He made up this story to try and get the other guys he was working with to laugh.
Yeah.
Neither of them cracked. Neither of them laughed. So why are you
Then
complaining?
it just came off awkward.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have to watch the video on
Yeah,
social media.
I don't
I'll
know
save
what
that for
happened.
you guys because we're not racist. We're not going to promote that stuff.
Doesn't sound ridiculous to me.
But yeah, one of the officers in the video, Constable Paul Heffler, said his words were taken out of context, that he believes the response is an overreaction. He said the conversation in question was harmless, and the comments about demographics were based off on an article he read or his own observations in the city, from what I heard. But in my opinion, I didn't see racism in that. I didn't see it when I said it, and then when I listened to it again, I still didn't see it. So that is the problem. This guy is just like inherently racist.
Is he
But
racist?
he,
though? Like, is he
the way he
believe
went
white
about
people
it.
are superior? Is
No,
he-
to say that they had to be with a Asian or Chinese person to get their foot in the door
Oh,
is the racist thing.
okay.
Like, it shouldn't matter your skin color to get your foot in the door.
Yeah.
But he, like me and some of the viewers, are probably scared of the CCP or scared of what
Well,
they don't know, I guess.
I still don't think racist is the correct word for that.
Stupid.
I
It's
see-
ignorant. Ignorant is
ignorant.
probably the best word.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some people look at ignorance and say, "Oh, that's white fragility. That's colonialism."
Yeah.
Like,
that's a spaz who doesn't
Inherent
actually
racism.
care about dealing with real issues.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
I say.
That's someone with purple hair.
Yeah.
Like,
like,
go
calm
back
down.
to your
Why don't
go
you
back to your bathroom and dye your hair another color,
Why don't you
where you belong.
What do you probably own a cell phone and a laptop and an iPad? Yeah, you fucking
Yeah.
support slavery. Shut up.
Yeah, why don't you go get the vaccine from one of these companies trying to give us all blood cuts and not actually cure anyone because they won't license the product out to people that actually need it.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
what
off,
do we know? We're just two guys doing a podcast about research and psychedelic drugs.
lady.
But yeah,
take
Heffler
some acid
also
and calm down.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's all love, brother.
It's
Have a
all love.
religious experience.
Right on, brother.
Heffler acknowledged that racism exists with the OPS, but that he doesn't treat people differently because of their race. I don't believe, but there are subtleties in how we deal with things, and maybe somebody could judge that. So basically, he's saying racial profiling is social profiling, and we pull over people of a different race more often because we're racist.
Right.
But that's
Facts.
policy. I'm not racist. That's just the policy that I have to follow. And because of the inherent racism, ignorance, I didn't realize what I was saying was bad, and I still don't think it's bad. Just like us, or me. I guess Todd's not racist. I'm the one ranting
I'm pretty
about
racist.
Chinese all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Todd's just performing racist acts, not speaking on it.
Yeah.
He knows not to speak about it.
I don't want to get arrested.
Smarter than that. Exactly. Don't want to
Only
lose our
David
job or
Duke getting in
something.
trouble, you know. He is a friend of mine.
Exactly.
He's coming
But
over
yeah.
for a dinner party later. We're
Yeah,
gonna
David
lynch
Dobrik
some
and me.
black people.
David Dobrik and me are visiting one of the Indian reserves. You know, we trying to pick up a few prostitutes because
Burn some crosses. Tell some
never
people to get
killed
off our
somebody
land.
before. We think it would be cool if we did. Feed them to a pig while alive or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna go protest Inuits living in Nunavut, you know, tell them go back to our Antarctica or whatever the hell they're
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Stop
But yeah,
taking up all our land.
Yeah, for sure. We want to use that land. Farming, we're going to take that land back. Thank you.
We need it for hunting polar bears and fighting Russians.
For sure. Hands down. I might fight one if I got it. But if we're ever going to be tough enough to beat them, we need to hang out there.
If we're ever gonna get all that Arctic oil.
Yeah. or like, allow people through the Southwest Passage. I'm gonna set up a toll on
Northwest Passage.
the Northwest Passage. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
fuck 'em
set up a
up.
toll. Me and my homies, we're
Yeah.
gonna just have a big cord, like
Yeah.
barbed wire,
Oh yeah.
on both ends. We're gonna hold on to it, and if you want to get through, $100,000. If you don't want to get through, we just slide out our extendo poles until it chops your fucking heads off.
Just start laying people out. The whole deck's clear cut in a fucking.
Then we have
matter
a
of
free
minutes.
boat. We just we got more than $100,000
Next
now.
thing you know, we'll have
You
fucking
can choose.
cargo
We're gonna
company.
take it from you. We're gonna
Or
boat
we'll
smash
bankrupt
you.
you.
Yeah, or bankrupt you. Either way.
Either way, you're
We're-
gonna die
either
or
way-
be bankrupt until we
Yeah.
buy all your stuff
Yeah, we're also gonna steal your cargo after you pay us.
and your family. I'm gonna cake your kids and I'm gonna
Yeah.
make them work in my gold mine.
Well, we're also taking your wallets, so that if you do die, no one will know who you are, except from your dental records, which we may or may not break your jaw and take your teeth.
Jesus, we're violent.
Depends how much we're feeling like DMX today. Well, my white colonialism is just, I'm feeling it today.
You're feeling it? All right. This pod's been
Yeah.
running a little long. How are we
But
doing?
yeah,
Do you got
rest in
another
peace
story?
to all the Native Americans. Nah, I'm saving those for later.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say rest in peace to all the Native Americans and African slaves and Indian slaves and Chinese
Yeah.
slave labor that helped build this beautiful country and we get to be free in.
Yeah.
And rest in peace to a true
Fuck them.
rap drugs hero,
They should have fought.
DMX, Darkman X, aka Earl Simmons.
They should have invented some technology. Why don't you build
They
a boat?
Exactly. Instead of letting the American military make them invent
Look,
it.
I think anyone who didn't
Why
learn
don't
how
you
to build
build a gun
guns.
so you can
Yeah.
shoot someone?
I don't think anyone who didn't learn how to build guns was asking to get taken over and turned into slaves. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. I
Yeah.
also think the natives, if they could have, they would have enslaved everyone.
Yeah.
I
think they would have just killed everyone off like they were doing.
yeah.
Maybe to protect themselves, maybe just to kidnap their wives.
They were doing that
But-
though because it's effective for small groups, but like once you start going global, man, you can't just kill everyone, you know?
That's true.
You
That's
need
true.
to enslave a bunch of them to help kill those people. Like
That's true. If you're ever gonna get the bigger army, you need some fucking slaves.
Come on, man. Didn't you learn anything from Hitler?
Yeah, true. Nothing good, unfortunately. I didn't see the silver lining.
I didn't see the silver.
Like most of our listeners. But yeah, if you want to hear more opinions from a gay retard, follow us on IG. More IGTV coming soon. Follow us on Twitter. Hit up the store, teesprings.com/store/rapdrugs. Let them know you're a gay retard too by repping our merch. New merch coming soon. Send some money. Hook up a homeless man. Or tell us a different charity if you put it in a message. PayPal.me/rapdrugspod. And yeah, subscribe to the YouTube. Hit a bell. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple Pod. We know you love it. Don't have to drop a comment if you want to keep anonymous. Apple's already tracking you anyways. And don't forget to hit the like or the dislike. Let us know what you like. Text us, email us, DM us. Maybe we'll read your shit on air, but probably not because we don't like to read the stuff you're sending us with dick pics. We're sick of that shit. Not the dick pics though, just the stuff you're writing with it.
Yeah, just the pictures. I like those. I have a file.
They're friggin' sick.
Sick
But yeah,
in a good
make
way.
sure you put it to scale with like a bic and no mini bics. I can tell when it's a mini bic. I've tried it. But yeah, anything else you want to let the fans know before we go?
Nope. Fuck
Go
off.
buy a motherfucking DMX album. Get him to Diamond so those 15
Oh,
kids
yeah.
don't end up homeless
You
like
better
you
be
was.
jamming to that DMX album. Everybody
Peace
playing it at
out,
the bar party.
homies.
Peace.
Yeah. The block party or the bar party?
Block party. I don't know. Whatever party. The parties. Parties.
All the parties.
All right, I'm ending this stream.
Peace out, YouTubers.
Peace out, ladies and boys and gents and girls. We got 2
And
people on
gals.
the live stream.
And trans. I wonder if we had any chats.